Hi guys, how you doing?
How are you? So today we want to introduce a very traditional dish that is from the Italian tradition, which is gnocchi.
Gnocchi.
So it's
Wow.
a kind of dumpling.
Absolutely. It's so, I was really surprised. I tried gnocchi back in England. I tried cooking it. But the texture of Cinzia's is just absolutely amazing. So
I'm gonna share with you a recipe that is from my grandmother's. And so it's time to follow us into the kitchen. Let's go.
Let's go.
So today I'm gonna show you how to make gnocchi, and I'm gonna show you also 2 different ways to season this gnocchi.
Absolutely, yeah.
Let's see our ingredients for today. So we need potatoes, we need flour. For the sauce I'll need some tomato sauce, 2 little shallots, and also some cinnamon. The other 2 ingredients are olive oil and salt. So the first thing that you need to do today is to bring your potatoes to boiling into a pan with water and cook them, and then make them cool down.
I just want to show you how we do it in Italy. Cinzia's taught me to do it in Italy. I used to always peel and then chop my potatoes and boil them. Cinzia does them whole. So this is a whole potato that's been boiled, yeah? And I find this way of doing them stops the potatoes from absorbing any water. So you just have potato. You don't have any water inside your potato.
Especially if you want to do gnocchi. This is how I was taught by my 2 grandmothers.
So you get more of a dry texture?
Because you want a more dry texture. So we're gonna peel these potatoes and make them ready to make the gnocchi. They are already cooled down, so it's very easy to take off the skin.
And then we're going to mash them. I've nearly finished mashing the potatoes. So this is one of the last few ones I'm going to do. And when I've done this, I'm going to put a pan of boiling water on. A pretty big pan, ready for us to boil and cook the gnocchi.
So we have mashed the potatoes and we need to put them together with the flour.
And it's rolling up sleeves time for me because I'm going to be doing this thing here.
Yes.
Is that the technique?
Because he's very, very good in doing this.
Okay.
What I was taught by my grandmothers is that they say, first of all, we don't put any water or whatever. They just say you add the flour that the potato wants.
Because each potato is different and flour is different, so it'll absorb at different rates. So this is why you need to do it exactly what Nonna said.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
Okay, so
I'll help you. I'll start with putting some flour. You can start with this.
Cinzia, how do we know that this is the right texture?
It is too soft, I can see it.
You can see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I give you a little bit more flour. So today we are using a mix of gluten-free flours. So it's buckwheat flour, rice flour, and to help the binding, we added a little bit of chickpea flours.
I can feel it now. It's coming together.
Yeah, it's coming together.
You can see that as well, huh?
Yeah. I think it's still too soft, so we have to add some more. Yeah. I'm gonna show you a little trick that my mom and my grandma used to use to know if the consistency of the gnocchi is the right one. The trick is this. I'm gonna get some of the warm water that is we are using to cook the gnocchi. So I'm just using a part of it, and I put it on the fire.
You see the texture that I've got it to at the moment. So it's all come together into a dough ball. And like as Cinzia said, we are just going to test it now, right?
So we take a little piece. We pretend to make 2, for example. After it's gonna be a little bit different, but I'm gonna make my 2 dumplings. And I'm gonna cook them in the water. So let's see if the consistency is right. So I put them in and I have to wait a few seconds. When they come up to surface means that they are cooked. The consistency is right. So the dough is ready. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna cut a little piece with a knife and start to make
shapes.
Yeah.
Gnocchi shape. You make a long sausage type.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I cut it with a knife. So they don't stick together. And then my grandma used to decorate them like that, or with a grater, or with a fork.
Because I'm presuming the shape and the little hole that you make holds all the sauce.
Yeah, exactly. So you choose the one you prefer.
What do you like?
Up to you. And you do. You prepare them.
See, I'm not very good with speed.
And now you put them to the side. I put down a cloth. My grandmas used to do like that. So they used to put a little bit of flour on the cloth so they don't stick. And you put them in like that.
So Cinzia has informed me I need to make the sauce, okay? So I've got my passata and I've got my shallots, okay? So you want this finely chopped?
Yeah.
Is that my job?
Yeah.
Finely chopping again, okay?
Yeah.
So, and then we'll show you what to do afterwards. I'm going to be finely chopping them. I'm just going to put my pan on heat and put a couple of glugs of olive oil, 2 tablespoons. Yeah, so 1, 2. I put my shallots in the oil. So I'm just come into the garden, very lucky. I'm gonna go and pick some fresh basil. I'm very, very lucky. So I'm gonna get a few leaves here. Some lovely, lovely fresh basilico. Put a little bit of salt in to the sauce. Mixing it all through now. Just roughly chopping the basil, and that's going to go straight in as well. Okay. Off.
So before doing the cooking of the gnocchi, which will take really short time, we need to prepare the second sauce. The second sauce is really simple because my grandma used to use some olive oil, or if you prefer some spread, but I prefer olive oil because it's healthier, but you can also use some vegan spread. Put it in a pan. So you just need to heat through the oil, and then you add some cinnamon.
This is amazing.
And you let it simply heat through with the oil. The water is boiling, so we are ready to add some salt, like a generous handful. So we get some gnocchi in our hands.
Oh, it's so delicate, huh?
Yeah. And we delicately put them into the water. The water has to be abundant, and you don't touch them you let them cook simply, and you just take them out when they come up to surface. So when they come up to surface, they're ready.
When they've risen, it's done.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm just waiting that they come to surface. It'll take maybe a minute or two. They're starting to come up. So we pick them up very nicely. Take away the excess of water and put them in the bowl. So if you're making gnocchi at home and you maybe make many, you have to cook them all, and you can maybe reheat them the day after. So you cook them all, you season them, and then you can have them, but do not conserve them like raw, because they won't last.
Can they go in the fridge or the freezer afterwards?
Like this, you have to season them. And now it's time to season the gnocchi. Switch on the sauce and put my gnocchi in. So with the work that we did with the fork and the grater, this will help the gnocchi to catch the sauce. Same thing we're gonna do with the other gnocchi.
Just warm the oil up again, warm through the oil.
A little bit, but very, very little. You will see that the cinnamon will color a little bit the gnocchi. But we can already switch it off. So if you want at the end, you can add a little bit of vegan parmesan on top. You don't have to, but we like it, so I'm gonna add it, but it's really an option. And this is our finished dish.
I can't wait. I'm so excited by this. I'm gonna go for the cinnamon one first. Okay, I'm gonna take two. And wow. Wow. It's so surprising with the cinnamon one when Cinzia first made it for me. It's just amazing. Really, really soft.
I'm gonna do the traditional Italian one, tomato.
With salsa and pomodoro sauce.
Very nice, I'm happy.
Beautiful.
Even of the consistency of the gnocchi, so yeah.
And it's gluten-free.
Yeah. So it's vegan and gluten-free. So for today we are done.
Thanks for joining us. And remember, go to our pages, go like our page, Cook with Asif and Cinzia on Facebook, Asif and Cinzia on YouTube, Cook with Asif and Cinzia on Instagram, and go and subscribe to our newsletter on asifandcinzia.com. Leave us your comments, show us your pictures, and let us know if we can help you with anything.
Yeah. So we are here for you, and so we see you next time.
Bye.